What's good, bro?
What's up? Find exactly the focus that you want to have with photography and chase it. And
I get asked a lot of questions by a lot of people, and two that stands out besides what's my camera setup are: one, if you can still make it as a photographer and videographer in 2021, and two, if yes, how to start. And with that being said, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another video. I'll be trying to answer these two questions by meeting up with Steven, who happened to do the same thing as a lot of other people did in pandemic of 2020, to pick the camera up when the pandemic started and start shooting. And not a lot of people actually made it as their career, but he did, and he's been killing it. So we're going to ask him about his journey and see if he has any advices for those who want to start as well. And now I have to just get there. I am losing light. It's 30 minutes drive, and it seems like it's gonna rain there, which is 30 minutes away. Let's get in the car and get going.
I swear they never really understand me. I need a comment like I need a Grammy. She lays the flow with her designer panties. Yeah, we eating plenty. Check the pantry from the sound waves to the rebel lines, from the tattered bridges to expensive dishes. Now we eating ends with these new beginnings. Yet to sign a major for the bankroll, but thank the Lord that it dies at penitentiary. Night sky, but my inside is empty. Mighty flashy with a bird's eye. Scribble gems to get my pockets lined till I get arthritis. Switch my heart is icy. Walking past the bouncer like I knew somebody. Crew like hella cloudy. At a poison ivy. Went from like a stronger with a cosign.
What's good, bro?
what's up?
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good. Started to rain, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Before we start, I gotta give you this because you actually won the giveaway, if you don't remember.
Thank you.
Here we go, man. Thanks for participating. It's pretty surreal that you actually won the giveaway. It took like a month and a half to give it to you, and now finally we're meeting up for something else.
Finally doing it.
And you finally got it. I should have planned a little better because it's actually raining, and I think we might have to take it under there instead of doing it out here. So I don't know if Steven is okay. By the way, I've been saying his name wrong. It's not Stefan, it's Steven, and I apologize. So I already prepared some questions to ask him. Are you ready?
Yes.
So like, the first thing is like, what got you into photography? What was the spark like?
So in December of 2020, I was in work, and I wanted to pick something up to get out of the house. So I went to Best Buy and I bought a camera, not knowing what I was buying, just buying some kind of like entry-level camera. So I bought a Nikon D5600, which I still have, and I started going to car shows, and all of a sudden it became an actual thing for me wanting to do on a daily basis. So
that's good. So that was the first time you actually picked the camera up, right?
That was the first time. The first time I really picked up a camera and got into photography was December 2020. I started with cars for a few months, and then I switched around April to portraits, completely portraits.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. Like, you started with cars and then now portraits. So that's the thing that you're more comfortable with now.
Yes. 99% of the work that I do now is portrait. I do other work as well, but portraits is where I fell in love with photography. So I love it, man.
You know, for me was that when I first picked the camera up, I was doing a lot of landscaping. Like, if you go down my Instagram, by the way, guys, follow Steven and me on Instagram, link in the description now. When I first picked the camera up, I did a lot of landscaping, like detail shots of like flowers. But then I always had that love for the cars. For me was like, let me take photos of the cars. And then now I'm like, call myself a car photographer. So for you it was like, you did cars first, and then you took portraits, and you were like, you know what, let me do portraits more, right? That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
What it was, yeah.
So what was the feeling when you first picked the camera up?
I was really nervous. I was very delicate with the camera because I was like, oh, it's so expensive. Like, I don't know how to handle it, whatever.
Yeah. What is F? What is ISO, right?
Yeah.
What are all
shutter speed?
Yeah. Shutter speed. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be so scared of using like a high shutter speed. So all these little things kind of added up, and I started to learn it on pressure. So I'd force myself to learn photography on the spot.
So it was self-taught, right?
Yes, it was self-taught. I taught all myself pretty much on the spot, on pressure, really. I also watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Exactly, that's what I did too.
Yeah, I think anybody that wants to do anything in today's world, YouTube is a huge tool and it's free. So why not use it?
Right now,
So
they're watching you on YouTube.
here we are, right? So
Yeah.
so I think I fell in love with it because I forced myself to go through it when it got really tough, and now I've kind of found my way.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So the other question I was going to ask was, did you think you'll be here where you're standing when you first picked the camera up in December of 2020?
No,
No?
not at all. No,
That's awesome.
I started as an enthusiast. Like literally, I was working full time, and I would just do photography on the weekends, like kind of like on the Sundays when we had Cars of Coffee in Potomac, and that was the majority of. I know, I heard that. That
Come on,
sounded
we're
good.
trying to do a little video here, Charger.
So I started just as a hobby, and then it took into a freelance pursuit. And now I do it full time.
So you do full-time photography?
Yes.
Kudos, man. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So there's like a lot of people that ask me, like I already told the audience that a lot of people ask me like if they can actually be a photographer or videographer now that a lot of people actually came out. Do you think like is still a chance for other people to do that, to become a photographer in 2021 especially?
Of course. I think you can start whenever you want to start. I would say that in COVID, like we're still in COVID, but in 2020 COVID.
So part 3 or 4 now.
Yes, that was like a time where really a lot of people actually did start because people want to get out of the house and it was a safe way to have fun.
Yep.
I think that now with everything going on and the camera technology that's coming out right now, it's a great time to start. I would encourage anybody to get out there, just pick up a camera and start, getting pics and finding out what you want to do.
Exactly, he said it right. You have to get out, pick the camera up, and start doing it. Like I've been telling in my videos that if you guys want to start something, if you want to do something, you have to like get out, get up, and start doing it. It's getting a little damp here. It's getting a little hot. What do you think about getting coffee?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Gotta get coffee because coffee is always important. Even though it's actually what, almost 7 p.m. Iced black coffee is always good.
Let's do it.
Starbucks it is. Steven was talking about like more things that he thinks for you guys who are like actually starting to do photography or videography that is like an advice for you. So I'm gonna actually ask him to say it one more time.
I would say that find exactly the focus that you want to have with photography and chase it, and once you fall in love with the focus, with what you have found, what you have fallen in love with photography, that's what you're supposed to do with it. Go at it full speed.
That's really deep and that's really true. You have to find what you want to do, but you can't find it without trying. So go out there and try, and yeah, you'll find what you want to do. We're gonna go drink our coffee for a little bit. Then you want to talk about that little secret that she said you want to talk to me about?
Bitch, I got it made. Yeah, things been going my way. Hope the feeling don't fade. Yeah.
Oh wow, this place is actually pretty gorgeous. Gotta come back here, take some photos, or maybe a dinner. That's my coffee. And we're doing the magic room. Creating some magic up here.
No.
Well, it's getting pretty dark, and I have to go back toward Virginia. And I think Steven has a shoot tonight too, right?
I do have a shoot to get to in DC, so.
Oh, that's a 30 minutes drive for him and 30 minutes drive for me. And then I'm gonna link Steven down in the description. Go give him a follow. He's gonna release all the portraits and all the photos that he takes on his Instagram. Also, I'm gonna link your Facebook too. Even though I don't use Facebook that much, I'm gonna link your Facebook as well. If you guys need any portrait photos, make sure to ask the man himself. I'm gonna wrap this video up, and then thanks for coming out. I appreciate you, the insight that you have for the people, for the audience who are actually trying to get to this, either photography or videography. So any last words you want to say?
Find what you want to do, fall in love with it, and go at it full speed.
The man has said it himself. Just gotta go with your guts. Either pick the camera up, pick your phone up, whatever you have, go out there, shoot, and you'll find your niche. Well, I have finally made it home. It was such a great time meeting up with Steven and talking about his journey and answering the question if it's possible to either become a photographer or videographer, or how to actually start. Guys, always remember, if you want to get to your dream, if you have an idea, always just start doing it. That's how I did it, that's how Steven did it, and that's how a lot of great people in this universe have done it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below what you think, or if you think I should make a series out of it, because I would like to meet up with new people and talk about their journey to see how they started, what they did, and where they are right now. Also, don't forget to check Steven out both on Instagram and Facebook. I'll link him down in the description below. And with that all being said, thanks again for watching. As always stay amazing, and see you guys in the next one. Peace. I was going to ask you another question, which was, what was it? It's coming, it's right here. I forgot the question. God damn it.